Okay, this is the Week 17 picks, and yeah. Okay, so first game, Dolphins first Bills. This game is a complete trash game. I don't know why it's even on this freaking list, but if I had to pick against Bills because they're better on at home, and well, the Dolphins beat the Patriots, but the Patriots suck, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go Bills. Okay, second game here, Packers at Lions. This game is also a tank game, so I don't really know. Both the teams are trash, and both of them are have really bad quarterbacks, especially the Packers. Aaron Rodgers sucks bad, and he's definitely not the GOAT. Neither is Tom Brady. They both suck. But if I had to pick, I don't know. I guess I'll pick the Packers because the Lions are pretty bad this year. But the Packers are going to miss the playoffs for the next 10 years anyway, so it doesn't really matter for them. Okay, the next game here is the Patriots versus the Jets. It's in the New England Stadium, so they're probably going to win, but they always have to play the easiest teams in their division. They literally have the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills. So, I mean, the Patriots are probably going to win this, but Tom Brady's probably going to have another trash game like he did versus the Bills. He had 2 interceptions last week, so he's probably going to get like 3 interceptions this week. He's pretty bad, and he's going to lose first round in the playoffs anyway, so this game doesn't really matter. All right, we got another irrelevant game here. We got the Panthers at the Saints, and the Saints already clinched the first round bye, so whoever wants to go to the Super Bowl has to go through New Orleans. But on the Panthers side, they suck. They've lost 7 games in a row, and Cam Newton's injured, not going to be playing this game. Well, Drew Brees isn't going to be playing on the Saints most likely either because they have already first seed locked up. So, I mean, the Saints are probably still going to win because they're at home, and the Panthers suck really bad, so I don't know. So next game up here is the Jags at the Texans, and I'm actually going to pick the Jags in this game. I know it's crazy, but I'll pick it as an upset because, well, the Texans, they haven't been looking that good recently. They just lost to the Eagles, like a last-second field goal. Deshaun Watson played well, but only towards the end. Like in the beginning of the game, he didn't do that well, but he did pick it up towards the end of the game, got 2 touchdowns, and that amazing play, I remember, like on 3rd and 10 or something. But I'm still going to pick the Jags because I don't know, their defense, I think, is going to shut down Deshaun Watson. I think the Texans are really overrated. And I think the Jags are probably going to win. So in this game right here, we got the Cowboys taking on the Giants in New York. And I'm actually going to pick the Giants here because they're at home. And the Cowboys are probably going to be resting all their players because they have the 4 seed locked up and they have nothing to play for. I mean, neither is the Giants, but they're still probably going to play all their starters. And Saquon Barkley's probably going to go off. And yeah, that's why I'm picking the Giants. All right, we got another relevant game here. We got the Falcons taking on the Bucks, and both of these teams suck this year. The Falcons are a big disappointment. Matt Ryan should have played better, and so their defense could have, but they didn't, so they suck. And then the Buccaneers, they did good early in the season. Now they're doing bad. They have Jameis Winston as their quarterback, so I don't know. I'm just going to pick the Falcons here in a close game. I don't know. So next game up, we got the Raiders at the Chiefs here, and this game is going to be a complete ass whooping. I think the Chiefs are going to destroy them, and it's going to be about 40-0. And Derek Carr is going to have a bad game, unlike how he did versus the Broncos, but the Broncos suck. That's the only reason they won. And Patrick Mahomes is going to go off. He's going to win the MVP because of this, and I don't know about the playoffs. I think he'll choke in the playoffs to the Ravens or something, but I don't know. For this game, Chiefs definitely. So moving on, we got the Cardinals versus Seahawks, and this is going to be another complete ass whooping. I think the Seahawks are going to destroy them, just how the Chiefs are going to do to the Raiders. But I think the Seahawks, they're going to shut down Josh Rosen, and I think the Cardinals are actually going to get 0 points. I'm not even kidding. And yeah, the Seahawks are going to get the number 5 seed, take on the Cowboys in the wild card round, and yeah, that's going to be that. Next up, we got the Rams taking on the 49ers, and the 49ers have actually been playing very good lately. They almost beat the Bears, and then they beat the Seahawks the other 2 weeks ago. So I think it's going to be actually a close game, but I think the Rams are probably going to take it still. And probably a touchdown game, I'm going to say. And yeah, Nick Mullins is going to have a okay day against the Rams defense, I predict, but ultimately I think the Rams are going to come away with the win this. Up next, we got the Chargers at the Broncos Stadium, and I think this game's going to be another blowout. I think the Chargers are going to blow them out of the water. Even though the Ravens defense shut them down last week, I think the Chargers are going to have a comeback game because the Broncos are pretty bad now, and the Broncos need to fire Vance Joseph for next season, and maybe they'll be better. But for now, the Chargers are definitely going to take this, and I think they're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. So up next is probably one of the better games of the week. We got the Bears versus the Vikings, and the Vikings, if they win, they're going to be in the playoffs. If they lose and the Eagles win, they're going to be out of the playoffs, and the Eagles are going to be in the 6th seed. But actually, for this game, I'm actually going to predict the Bears are going to win this on the road. I think because they're still playing for the bye. If the Rams lose and they win, they'll be in the 2nd seed. So I'm going to predict the Bears win. Their defense is going to shut down Kirk Cousins and company. So yeah, that's what I think. So up next is going to be the 4th ass whooping of the week. I think the Ravens are going to destroy the Browns completely. It's probably going to be like 30-3 3, I predict. And Baker Mayfield is going to cry like a little baby, kind of like how Tom Baby does every time he loses. And I think the Ravens defense is just going to clobber him. Lamar Jackson's going to run over everybody on the Browns defense, and including Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett. And yeah, it's going to be basically a bye week for the Ravens, and they're going to get to the playoffs and hopefully get the 2 seed if all works out. So up next, we got a really important game for the Eagles. If they win and the Vikings lose, like I said earlier, they're going to be in the 6th seed. And the Redskins, well, they're riddled with injuries. They have Josh Johnson starting a quarterback after Colt McCoy and Alex Smith got injured, and they tried Mark Sanchez. That didn't work. But either way, the Eagles are on a hot streak. They beat the Texans last week, and I think they're going to come away with an easy win on this game right here. Steelers versus Bengals. I think this game's going to go in the Steelers' direction. I think they're going to win fairly easily, but it won't matter because they're not going to make the playoffs since the Ravens are going to beat the Browns. And yeah, the Steelers, very disappointing season for them. I thought they would do better, but apparently they're just really bad this year. And Mike Tomlin needs to be fired, and maybe they'll do better, just like the Broncos with Vance Joseph. And yeah, I think the Steelers are going to come in with the victory, but in the end, it's not going to matter because they're not going to make the playoffs. Last but not least, we got the Colts at the Titans, and I actually think the Titans are going to come away with a victory. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a monster game this week, just like how he's been doing the past 3 weeks. He's been going off. I think the Colts defense isn't going to shut him down. I think Darius Leonard is going to have an off game, and so will Andrew Luck. Yeah, I think the Titans defense is going to clamp down on the Colts, and ultimately, I think the home crowd is going to pull them over the edge, and they're going to win this game, getting into the 6th seed in the playoffs. So yeah, this is how the playoff picture looks after all these picks I made. If all these picks come true, this is how the playoffs will shape out to be. And yeah, it's going to be fun.